The Haunting of Blackwood Manor. James and Emily had always dreamed of owning a beautiful old house in the countryside. When they found Blackwood Manor, it seemed perfect. The price was surprisingly low, but the real estate agent mentioned it had been on the market for a long time due to rumors of it being haunted. James and Emily laughed it off and decided to buy it anyway. Their first night in the house was uneventful, but strange things started happening soon after. They would hear footsteps in the hallways, whispers in the dead of night, and doors creaking open on their own. Emily began seeing shadowy figures out of the corner of her eye, but when she turned to look, there was nothing there. One night, James woke up to the sound of Emily talking in her sleep. She was sitting up in bed, her eyes wide open but unseeing, murmuring about a dark figure watching them. James shook her awake, and she snapped out of it, having no memory of what she had said. The next day, they decided to do some research on the house. They found out that the previous owners had all experienced similar occurrences and had moved out shortly after moving in. The legend said that the house was cursed, and a malevolent spirit haunted it, feeding on the fear of its occupants. Determined not to be scared away, James and Emily invited a paranormal investigator to the house. The investigator set up cameras and audio equipment throughout the house and stayed the night. The next morning, he reviewed the footage and was shocked by what he found. The cameras had captured shadowy figures moving through the house, and the audio recordings were filled with whispers and growls. The investigator told James and Emily that the spirit was powerful and that they should leave immediately. But James was stubborn and refused to believe it. That night, the activity in the house escalated. Doors slammed shut on their own, objects flew across the room, and the temperature dropped drastically. Emily saw the dark figure standing at the foot of their bed, its eyes glowing red. She screamed, waking James, who saw it too. Realizing they were in real danger, they grabbed their essentials and fled the house. They never returned to Blackwood Manor. The house remains abandoned to this day, a dark presence waiting for its next victims.